As you're going through your narcissistic abuse recovery, you will find times where you feel stuck. And this may happen even before you leave the narcissist. So once you've recognized you're with the narcissist, what's your next step? Well, a lot of people are going to tell you got to get out of there, you got to go no contact. And a lot of people will also admit to you that sometimes that feels impossible. This is especially true when you're worried about money or having kids with that person, or you just feel like you don't have anywhere else to go. One of my morning chat people asked me today, what is it that I can do to start changing my life even though I can't leave the narcissist? How am I supposed to start finding myself and picking up the pieces? And my question for her is, are you focused on actually making change, or are you focused on keeping things the way they are? That's what we're talking about today at queenbeing.com. So let's get started. My name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and we'll just get going. Now that you've figured out that you're going through narcissistic abuse or recovery from narcissistic abuse, what is happening in your life? Are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling like you can't get out of there? A lot of people will tell you that they think they're making progress in their recovery because they feel like they're working on it really, really hard. And a lot of people will tell you that a good way to measure how hard you're trying to change your life is by figuring out how many hours a day are you spending actually making your life better or doing something toward that end. And on the flip side of that, you could ask yourself exactly how much of your time is spent just doing things the way you've always done them. I think most of us would say that we're working hard to change our lives for the better, right? But if we're being honest, in most cases, what we're actually spending a lot of time doing is expending a whole bunch of mental energy stressing out, worrying, and even fantasizing about things. Unfortunately, none of those things actually kind of change our lives. Those things won't improve our lives and make them better. So what can we do in recovery to get better, to feel better, to find ourselves again? What can we do? Well, let me ask you a question. What are you doing this week? What have you done this week so far that will help you to take your life from where it is now to somewhere better? If you're like most people, chances are that you may not have done as much this week as you would like to have done. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you. I did a few things here and there, but I could certainly have done a lot more myself. The fact is, change is hard, and it's hard because it's uncertain. Even when we're unhappy, familiarity feels really comforting to us. Most people are going to naturally gravitate toward whatever is familiar to them, even if it hurts them. And this is one of the things that causes us to stay in relationships with narcissists in the first place. Familiarity. But if you can become comfortable with the idea of change, with a slight discomfort that might come along with it, you can start to create some real change in your life. So how do we do that? Well, I've got some ideas for you. You have to be brave enough to be ready to create this change in your life, whatever you're choosing to do, whether it's to get away from the narcissist or to sort of take back your life once you've already done that. So the first thing you're going to do, number one, is recognize that sometimes working hard isn't exactly enough, and it's not exactly the right thing. The fact is, if you're working hard on the wrong things, you're never going to see any progress. Effort matters, my friend, but only if you're using it to get toward the goal that you're actually trying to reach. Only if you're spending your time wisely. So if you're going to see some real change in your life, you're going to want to do it toward whatever your end goal is. So if your end goal is to leave a narcissist, then start working on that. If your end goal is to find a better life for yourself, start working toward that. If your end goal is to find self-esteem, start working toward that. You see? Number two, let me ask you a question. Have you learned anything new lately? Do something every day to learn something new, whatever that is. So for me, one of the things that I do every day, and this is silly, is I watch a YouTube video on how to do YouTube better, because I want to better share my message with you. The fact is that learning new information can help you to create change in your life. It's a fact. But that's only true if you actually use the information you learn. So what are you doing instead of learning every day? If you're sitting around watching TV and you're not getting anything out of it, maybe you want to take some of your TV time every day and spend it learning something new. Maintaining the status quo is what you're doing if you are watching the same TV shows every day. New information will lead you to new understandings. Number three, who are you hanging out with? If you're hanging out with the same people all the time, you're not going to be learning a whole lot of new things after a while. And don't forget, you are the sum total of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose those people carefully, my friend. Hanging out with the same people every day is just another good way to make sure that nothing ever changes. So start thinking about bringing some new people into your life. New people can change your perspective and help you have new ideas. That's a good thing. Number four, are you doing the same thing every day? If you are, try something different. If you do the same gym workout over and over, for example, eventually it's going to become far less effective for you. The same behaviors, of course, always deliver, or pretty often deliver, the same old reliable results. And maybe that's okay with you. But if you are looking to create change in your life, you've got to shake it up a little bit and get out of your old habits. And you're not alone in that. I need to do the same thing. You know, going into the same job every day provides the same paycheck every week. Going into the same thought patterns, same actions, having the same hobbies every day. No change is coming your way, my friend. Number 5, what did you do today? At the end of every single day, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. Number 1, if I live this day over and over again for 20 years, what would my finances look like? What would my relationships look like? And what would my health look like? And number 2, did I do anything today to take my life and my recovery to the next level? Or did I just do something or everything to make sure that nothing's going to change? Take some time to write your responses down in your journal. It's very helpful. And if you're anything like me, you might get tired of not having anything interesting to write anyway. It'll help you to spend more time making more of a difference in your life when you can see it all on paper. And here's something kind of incredible. Those 2 questions, if you answer them every day, they can actually be a much bigger predictor of your future than you might think. Number 6, do you have goals? Do you measure your progress? You know what goals are? They're desired changes. So if you have goals and you're making progress, well, you can expect to see desired changes. How about that? And you're choosing to maintain the status quo or the usual if you don't have goals and you're not moving toward those desired changes. It will be a random choice type of change if any change does happen. Wouldn't you rather intentionally choose your future? This is one way you can do it. Most people say that they want to have a better life, but most people aren't willing to do the work that it takes to put into it. Most people aren't willing to do anything to make it happen. It seems like for a lot of people, it's just easier to wish for a better life than to face uncertainty, to face discomfort. So it's time to get outside your comfort zone, my friend. What do you think about this? If you find yourself working really hard and not getting anywhere, spend a little bit of time every day doing something that will give you the chance to accomplish something new in the future. The more you spend time this way, the more progress you're going to make toward the life that you really want. This brings me to the question of the day. And the question of the day is, do you have a goal in mind? Is your goal related to your recovery? Is it to get out of this situation? Is it to take yourself and your life to the next level? What is happening with you right now? Share your thoughts, your ideas, and your experiences in the comment section below. Are you ready to move forward in your life and your recovery by getting uncomfortable, stepping out of your comfort zone and changing things up just a little bit? Let me know in the comments. That's all I've got for you right now. As always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. Make sure you take a look at the videos in the cards above and in the description below, because I'm going to share with you additional videos on how to kind of get out of your comfort zone and start taking back your life and being more confident in yourself. I know you can do this. I'll see you soon.
It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body, take care of your soul, nurture the real you, and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot, take it now, and the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.